guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today what I have going on is we're doing a hot water bath, easy peasy sauerkraut recipe. For those of you who want to get into canning but you think it's too complicated, I have a really easy recipe for you, and this is like a grandma old style kind of recipe. And I got this recipe, I've been looking for one for a while, from Whipporwill Hollar, and she has all kinds of canning stuff. And I've been looking for an old-fashioned recipe for hot water bathing, so I finally found one. So let's get started. I'm excited, guys. So first what I did was you shred your cabbage, and you can do it by hand or you can use a food processor. Just make sure it's not like coleslaw, okay? So then the second thing you want to do is sterilize your jars, get them nice and hot, clean them, get them ready to go so then we can pack. So then what we're going to do is we are going to pack our jars. I'm so excited. I've been looking for this recipe forever, guys. Oh my gosh. So the next thing you want to do is you want to pack these guys in there, and it might take you a little time because you really want to get them nice and tight. You don't want to like over tighten them, overpack, but just make sure that it's nice and tight. Because what happens is your cabbage is going to shrink. So as you put it in there, you're going to want to pack it down just a little bit. And you can use, I'm using the back side of a little silicone spatula here. And you want to pack it till it's about 1 inch from the top, just like normal. Everything that you're going to can is you're going to leave at least a 1 inch headspace. Yeah, that's like the minimum. Okay. So I'll show you what this looks like. So there you go. 1 inch headspace, nice and tightly packed. All right, I'm gonna fill the rest of these and then we'll come back. Okay guys, so we filled our jars and they all have about 1 inch headspace. I don't like to pack them too tight, but you don't want to fill them too full either. So then next thing we're gonna do is we're going to put in our ingredients. So we need, it's just a tablespoon. 1 tablespoon salt, 1 tablespoon sugar, and 1 tablespoon white distilled vinegar. Really easy, just 1 tablespoon of each goes in each jar. And I'm using, this is a organic sugar, so we're gonna use 1 tablespoon in each jar. Like that. And then we're going to do 1 tablespoon of canning salt right on top. You guys, this recipe is so easy, and I remember my grandma making an easy recipe just like this. I can remember, and I've been searching for a while to find it. All right, and the last one is our white distilled vinegar. Put that right on top, and this is what's going to make your sauerkraut. Okay, just got that done. All right guys, so I'm going to show you the head of cabbage that we use. So we used a head about, I mean it's a medium size head, and it gave us 7 half-pint jars full of shredded cabbage. So you kind of want to gauge that way. Then the next thing we're going to do is we have our hot water boiling on the stove, and when it's ready then we're going to come back and fill them up. Okay guys, so our water is boiling, it's hot, she's smoking. So I wanted to clarify, so if you're using quart jars, you want to use 1 teaspoon of each. If you're using the pints like me, it's half a teaspoon. So not to be confused. So, and I think I said tablespoon, which it's not, it's teaspoon. So quart jars you use 1 teaspoon, pint jars you use half a teaspoon. Okay. All right, so let's get to filling these guys up. And remember, you want to leave your 1 inch headspace. Just want to make sure that your water is basically covering your cabbage. You don't want your cabbage to be out of the water because then it won't turn. Okay. All right. That's a good 1-inch headspace there. Get these babies all filled up. You guys, this recipe is so easy. I can't even tell you. You guys will be amazed. And it's always nice to have sauerkraut on hand. It always seems like when I need it, I don't have any, or I'm out, or the jar's too big, and then I open it and then it goes bad and I never use it all. That happens to me a lot. All right. Okay guys, I'm gonna finish filling these up and then we'll come back. Okay guys, we have our jars all full, and then now with the water, next you want to do is get to debubble. And you don't need a fancy tool. I just use a chopstick, and you just go around the sides of the jar. Oh, stabbed a piece of cabbage there. And just get the bubbles out as much as you can. You're never going to get them all out, so just try and do the best that you can. Run down the sides just like that, and there'll be a lot of bubbles come up too. Yeah, Alicia was just saying that the pork shoulder that I make, I wrap that in sauerkraut, and won't that be delicious with my own homemade sauerkraut? Oh, I can taste it already, guys. All right, so just keep debubbling. Go around the edges here. Now the water level will go down, so if you need to put some more hot water in there, this one definitely I'm gonna have to put some more water in there. So, and we'll just fill those back up to the 1-inch headspace where it's supposed to be, and it'll be all good to go. Okay, so in the meantime, I have my my water bath canner filling up, or heating up I should say. So when our jars are done, then we can just pop them right on in there. And we're going to top these off just a little bit because they're awfully low from debubbling. Put just a little bit in each one. Okay, all right, so that's it. Then we're going to clean the top of our rims with vinegar water, and then we're going to put our lids back on. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, we're going to clean the top of our rims, or our lids here, actually the jars, the rim of the jar. Make sure there's nothing on there, and just dip your paper towel or cheesecloth or rag or whatever into some vinegar, and it'll clean up really nicely. Just like that. Okay. And you can use regular hot water too if you want. They say to use vinegar because it cleans the dirt off the best. So and just shove any pieces that are kind of around the rim. All right, and then we had our lids soaking in some hot water here. And we're just going to put these babies on top. And I got my rings on the counter, so I'll have to get those from over there. I'm really excited, guys, because this is like a really nice old recipe. All right, get our rings on here. And I got one wide mouth. And you kind of want to not overly tighten them, but a little bit better than finger tight. Like on some of the other recipes, it's just finger tight. You just want to go just a little bit farther than that when you tighten them. All right. Now, Ball says you don't necessarily have to soak your lids or your rings anymore. Some people do. I soak my lids. I don't soak the rings. So, all right, guys. So these are all ready to put in our hot water bath canner, and we're gonna boil those for 20 minutes, and that's it. And then we'll come back and take them out. Okay, guys. So our sauerkraut's been boiling for 20 minutes, and you guys, it doesn't matter what elevation you're at. This is just a simple, basic sauerkraut recipe. We're gonna pull these up. There we go. And then we're just gonna take them out. Oh, don't those look good? Nice. These are gonna look really good in the pantry. All right, guys, so there you have it. Looks beautiful. It's gonna look really great in the pantry. And for an easy basic sauerkraut recipe, there you go. Thanks for watching, guys.